Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your moving forward reading from team. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. I guess that's it. I'm just shuffling away here. Okay. All right, for Sagittarius moving forward. Sagittarius. Page of Swords. All right. Watching and waiting, perhaps. Perhaps this is communicating via another person. Whoopsie, hello. Or online, perhaps. Communicating online only. All right, so we got Justice. Could be Libra. And that's the Six of Cups. The Fool. Oh, goodness gracious. Death, we've got 3 major arcana here, so this is pretty darn pivotal. The Sun. 4 major arcana out of 6 cards. Yowza, Sagittarius. Okay. Yes, I just said yowza. Just dated myself. 9 of Swords. 3 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Temperance. Okay, this is supposed to look like an arrow. See this right here? It's supposed to like go that, keep going, move forward. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. So this is probably a relationship of longevity and or a soulmate karma type relationship. Somebody that you've known for quite some time. Could be a mature, older relationship. Communication between you two is probably minimal, if not online only. They might feel like a clean slate. They might feel like this was a just ending, a justifiable ending. A clean slate, and it's ended. It's just ended. They're still processing it internally, but they're done. It is hard on them, but there's no turning back for them. Happier days are coming. Things are about to take off for you. The next 3 months is going to be a time period of healing. What's this? Justice about here. Okay. So they were probably looking for a mommy. One of the scenarios, doesn't have to be the whole thing, but this is somebody that there could have been some codependency in this relationship. It could have been that somebody was looking for someone to sort of take care of their needs for them, looking for a parent more than a partner. There wasn't a whole lot of giving on their part. It was more like they wanted to have their needs met, and it kept things from moving forward, honestly. And there wasn't equal give and take in the relationship. Someone was constantly probably picking up the pieces, aka Sagittarius were probably picking up the pieces for another person. This is the Empress. Yeah, definitely codependency, or someone wanted a parent rather than a partner. Interesting how parent and partner have like the same letter. No, they don't. We need more and more R. Never mind. I say parent, partner. Oh gosh, if you rearrange letters. No. What's this Fool about? So, wow, okay, what's his death about? It's over. It's over. I feel like that makes you sad. Like that you've known that, it still makes you sad to hear that. Okay, so we've got the Fool here twice. This is someone that is hopeful for a new start, and they're looking forward to healing. Again, they're processing it emotionally. Look at this 3 of Swords and the Death here. It's painful for them, but I think they feel like this is somebody who expected to have their needs met, and there might have been, again, control and codependency and being needy and clingy, and it was very controlling, and it kept you from moving forward and progressing. And yet things didn't change because it was almost like this, it was all about them. It was kind of an old-timey relationship, and if this was a relationship of longevity, it might be a generational thing. Like, the house was it was run by this person, and this person did this role and this job, and so it was very stilted that way. And it was all about kind of being in service of this person, and then it kind of kept the relationship from growing when it wasn't thriving, it wasn't nurturing. You would think it would be if there was balance and everybody had a role, but no, somebody just was able to, it was just all about them. Anyway, so this person, they're heartbroken and they are looking to move out and move on. There is no coming. They're looking for this fresh new start, and they're looking forward to healing and being just moving on. And it looks like everything's working out for you, though. This is a time of freedom and happiness for you, coupled with healing, coupled with taking time apart. Okay, we got the Fool, Death, the Nine of Swords here. So this is a new beginning for the other person, even though they internally might be suffering. They might try to talk with you, or there's a lot going on and arranging behind the scenes. There might be a lot to organize and suss out, but it will be pretty strategic and pretty organized and pretty. They're stressing about it internally, but I don't think they're going to do anything. I think it's just going to all move very quickly. It's just, at this point, it's just about sorting everything out and moving forward from there, legally or paperwork, collecting this from that place, or moving this here, this is yours, take this back. They could be overly thorough or overly nitpicky, but it doesn't seem like it's going to get ugly. I think they're really intent on getting a new start. You, however, look at this. We got the Sun, we got the Three of Cups. I mean, you're done. You're out there also. You're just like, I'm going to take this time and really enjoy this, taking care of myself, seeing to my own needs, being fair, and just clearing out the clutter, and being able to only have my own stuff and be in my own place and take care of only myself and those that are mine, me and mine. And it's a time of healing. It's a time of things starting to resolve and look up. This is the happiest card in the deck, and we've got healing here. So things are on the up and up and working out. And look at this. We got the Three of Cups here. So awesome. That's being able to be social and celebratory and have a good time with friends, and being able to do what you want with your time. We got the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Cups here. So that's pretty cool. It starts with you making decisions, and I think, like I mentioned earlier, Sagittarius, I feel like hearing about this might hurt you a little bit, and get to where, if you can, get to a place where you can practice emotional first aid, and keep any kind of contact or involvement with them just productive and strategic, because this is all about things being successful, but that depends on you cutting things off, you taking decisive action, getting clear on your intentions, what you want, and moving forward with it, making decisive action. It's not going to happen. This forward movement, this happiness, this healing, all of this right here, you being able to be in a position to take care of things, it's not going to happen if you don't take action towards that. So it's all there waiting for you, but you need to be decisive and be clear-headed about moving forward. If you can't be, you find somebody who can be your wingman when it comes to something like that, because Sagittarius, you need, well, this is you. Look, it gets to be all about you. You need to, this all happens because of your decisive action. No decisive action, this is going to get delayed. So this right here is waiting. Just got to be decisive about moving forward, Sagittarius. Okay, I think we're done with that. Sagittarius. Cards are flippy. Sagittarius. I don't see a lot of well, yeah, there's heartbreak here. I feel like that's them. They're crying through the try, or trying through the cry. They're still moving forward, but it's, especially if this is a relationship of longevity, if that didn't work out for whatever reason, kind of have an idea here why. Internally, they might not show it on the outside. This is internal stress, and the Nightmare card, the Insomnia card. This is I'm very stressed out. This is a slow, long death of emotions, internal process again. So we've got somebody that on the outside, it might be like, all right, yeah, fine, whatever. but inside this is very difficult for them. It's good that you're keeping communication strategic and possibly indirect, or at least online. Sagittarius. Release. Easier said than done, right? But you have started the process of doing so, so that's good. Again, I had mentioned that it feels like it might hurt you to, like, you might be like, yeah, I know all this, but it still might hurt to hear it. And you're still grieving. You're in the process of letting go. So we've all been there. Sagittarius. The relationships, them taking prominence in your life, putting the pieces together, finding out who you are in examining and looking at relationships. Like, part of the way we discover ourselves, you know, we're this person, we wear this hat, we work, we're a mother, father. All of these parts of our lives help define who we are and help us figure out ourselves. And this, you're kind of in a review also of this relationship, and you're finding your true self. You're kind of making sense of your place in the world through your experience, and in particular with this relationship. This is pretty pivotal for you. It's probably definitely a process, like I said, for you to release because of this either very strong soulmate connection that you felt with this person, and or it was a relationship of longevity. So there's some sort of redefining and rediscovering of yourself here. And this relationship, again, was pretty prominent for you. So this is a large part. You're rediscovering who you are because of that and after that. If that makes sense. Some parts you're going to keep, some parts you're like, oh, I don't need to do that anymore, or that's outdated thinking from situation now. I don't need to be that way, or maybe I want to start thinking this way. If nothing else, it's an adjustment to realize you don't have to be in charge of what you were in charge of before. You don't have to try as hard. You only have to worry about yourself. That's an adjustment in and of itself. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Hello. Okay. Observer. That's kind of creepy. You see that? Observer. Okay. Recognition. Interesting. Perhaps that is part of what this is about. Is on the inside, they're dying because, and they might be thinking things over about like, well, what do I do now? I've got this, because you did do a lot for them. And they probably are realizing now, after you're gone, after things have ended, that you were a huge part of making their life work. And they didn't value that at the time. I don't think they're ever going to let you know it, but they are now. That's part of what this anxiety is about. That's part of what this slow death is about, and them going to be taking a long time to heal. And maybe this is still them hoping on a grand scale it could work out, but I feel like this is more about them healing. I think they took you for granted, and they didn't realize how much you did for them. They never recognized your effort, and we see that over here also. All right, what else? What else for Sagittarius? What else for Sagittarius? If Sagittarius' ex could say something, what would it be? If we're talking about raw communication on the soul level, what would they say for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. All right. I'm not going to attempt to expound or expand on that. That is your personal message for your situation, and hopefully that resonates. I suspect it does. I will leave the interpretation up to you. Sagittarius. All right. You were a loyal and trusting, you're somebody very loyal to this relationship, or your heart was in it. Yeah, this is like this, everybody's putting on a brave face, but this speaks to a loyal, trusting friend here. And this was at one time happiness, romance, a connected, committed partnership, a trusting, strong, loyal relationship, friendship that for a period of time, and I guess it just ran its course, didn't it? If we're talking about things in the future, well, I don't think we are, because we got you healing and restoring things. But this was probably this speaks to a relationship of longevity that was very secure, at least. And solid at one time. You know, this could be, on the off chance, just saying, this could be about how, I think this is about the relationship thriving and going places and it being held back because someone felt like, well, this is the way things should be, and it was largely about them, and then you were just in sort of this supplicant position. So, but I think at one time that might have worked, and then as we grow and change, if we don't grow together, then someone's doing all the work and someone's out there on their own. So, all right, Sagittarius, I hope this was helpful. I'm sorry about the end of this. It looks like it's painful for both of you. I think they're realizing what they had now, but it does look like a definite ending, at least for right now. It's got the Death card and the Fool, and yeah, we've got an ending here, and your advice is to cut things off with decisive action moving forward. So yeah, I hope this was helpful to you, especially this message right here, and I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.